So, good afternoon, everyone. This is a matter of privilege for me to be here presenting the Penguin Presents White Owl Literature Festival and Book Fair. This is our third edition. I'm Pallavi Narayan. I head the communications for PRH India. And with me, I have Peter Modoli, who is part of the Advisory Council at White Owl Literature Festival, as well as AVP Marketing at Penguin. We also have Executive Editor Deepti Talwar with Penguin, who also heads the programming for the White Owl Literature Festival. We are gathered here today, one day ahead of the launch of the Literature Festival. And I'm really happy that you all were able to make time for this small gathering, this meeting. We want to take this opportunity to quickly tell you what's special about this festival this year, what you can look forward to, the kind of speakers who are coming in, the topics we are addressing. Unfortunately, White Owl team is very occupied in putting the festival together, so representations from there is not here at the moment, but we are trying to fill in very big shoes on their part as well. Before I start, I'd love for Peter to share a few comments about how the White Owl Literature Festival is a cultural, on the way of becoming a cultural literary landmark in the Northeast, and what our intentions are with this festival.
Thanks, Pallavi. I think initially, when we decided to come down to Nagaland, or the Northeast in particular, we had one purpose, and it was to engage and interact with more readers here, looking for opportunities to promote the culture of reading, allow the readers here in the Northeast to interact more with authors, and so on. And while we were sifting through a lot of options, we identified a lot of places. Shillong, as you're all aware, is the kind of a cultural capital in so many ways. Then we thought about Imphal. Then we thought about Kohima. As word passed on, we found that the existence of the White Owl Literary Institute, along with the White Owl Bookstore. And when you have a mind loaded with ideas, you needed a suitable partner. And I think White Owl provided us that platform. Just to summarize, it just felt like both the entities, Penguin and White Owl, we met at the right time and at the right place. And as Pallavi just mentioned, can't believe we're already in the third year. 2022 was it? Four, sorry, was our first edition, and we're already here speaking about the third edition. And I know that there'll be a lot more to say about the themes and the motives and so on, but what is really exciting for us here this year is that there's a lot around inclusivity. You can see if you go through the programming that there's a fair mix of regional, I won't call it local, regional authors and authors from all across the country. That's, I think, something that we'll all be really looking forward to. I guess if we want to speak more about, get into the finer details about the programming and so on, Deepti, who's our programming head, she'll be able to, give us more details on that. Yeah.
I'll open for questions shortly, but before, I just wanted to put together an introduction for the program. Taking a cue from what Peter said, inclusivity was a big agenda for us this time. The White Owl team and the Penguin team were quite determined that there should be a diverse representation of viewpoints and voices. Each of our panelists carefully curated to represent ideas and thinking and commentary from various personalities, different people coming from different backgrounds. Yes, they are subject matter experts for sure, but they all come with a set of expertise that can really help enrich a discussion. And it's not just about a few people coming up on stage and talking and then the audience listens. We are really looking forward to engaging with the audience in a way that they can take back some ideas, some thoughts, and especially by way of this platform and your help, the media in Nagaland, to be able to take these viewpoints and say that there are actual thinkers and conversations taking place. The program topics that we have taken are very diverse in a way that can connect with all kinds of individuals. It's not someone who is only particularly looking into geopolitics or environment or sustainability. We are talking Korean culture and how it's impacting our thinking at the moment, the way we are choosing our menu items, the restaurants and cafe culture that's coming up. We're also looking at podcasts, which is a new way of consuming content. We're looking at topics with artificial intelligence. It's a topic du jour. Everyone who's anyone is some way or the other affected by the developments they're making in artificial intelligence. We're talking about mental health, well-being. So these topics are not something that is rare or only of interest to a certain section of the population. These are something that everybody can be interested in, can participate in, can have an idea about. And it is the intimate setting of the White Owl which allows us to engage with the readers on a one-on-one basis. This time we have a very rich selection of authors and subject matter experts. We are just going to give you a set of names that are from the top of my head. We have the support of Sahitya Akademi winner Eastern Kire, who is going to be presenting their closing session on the 7th of February. We have prominent internet personalities like Dr. Cuteris, better known as Dr. Cuteris and otherwise professionally known as Dr. Tanaya Narendra, who has been advocating female health and mental health as well, aligned to female health and body shape, understanding, etc. We also have
Miranda Imsong.
Yes, we have Miranda Imsong, who is going to be part of the conversation where we are looking at how the Northeast culture is really affecting all of us, and there are certain, and how it's finding its identity that has moved into the diaspora of the country. And we also have Sangeeta Barua Pishroti, who is the keynote speaker for the festival this time. And she's also heading the conversation on fake news and misinformation, which is a big cause of concern regarding how people are consuming information given to them via social media and other channels.
Well, just to add, she's also the president of the Press Club of India.
Yes.
And a Penguin author.
Yes. And a Penguin author as well. If you have any questions regarding the festival and how we have thought about these ideas, Deepthi is here to answer anything, and so are Peter and I.
Yeah.
Sure.
How do you think the festival has evolved since its inception?
How has it evolved? I think we have a better grasp now of the kind of subjects that might be particularly interesting to the audience that we're drawing in. In fact, do we talk about the thing that we did where we asked people who attended last year's festival the topics that they were interested in, because we don't want to just come here and say this is what we think you're interested in and then have people pontificate on stage. So it was really important to us to try and bring people that readers here would be interested in, just be inspired by, or to just engage with conversations that they would find interesting. So it was a really interesting exercise that we did. We sent out these surveys, we got a few replies, and so this year's festival has been led quite a bit by what we learned through those surveys.
I mean, when we, for us, it was typically a first time for us hosting a literature festival, right? As a publisher, we have never hosted a literature festival, and it was the same for White Owl as well. In the first year, we had around 47 authors from across the country, and a good 20-25 authors from the Northeast. In the second year, we had almost 70 authors from across the country, and again around 20-25 authors. This year, as you can see, the balance has evened out. This year, we've got a 50-50 representation from all over the country and locally. And as you're aware, if you look at the programming, you'll see a lot of local celebrities, local podcasters making their presence. They'll be part of all these panels and sessions. So I think over the years, we have also learned. But initially when we started, typically we had no hands-on experience. So I won't call it trial and error, but then we put all our best minds and thoughts together. We formed a nice core team along with local expertise. The White Owl team were tremendous. We brought in our expertise as publishers. And finally, we were able to host, I think, quite an important and significant literature festival in its first edition. And by the third, I think we have come a long way. We have learned that we need to engage more locally as well in our sessions and panels. And so I think that theme of inclusivity is something that I keep stressing on, because I think it shows very prominently in all our sessions this year, that it's a fine balance of local and authors from across the country.
Do you mind if we put up the image? Yeah, can we take a 5 on that? And I'll just take you through the speakers once again so that you can see their representation as well. Some of the speakers that are featured in our program this time. I mentioned Easterin Kire, I mentioned Dr. Cuteris and Tanaya Narendra. We also, like Peter mentioned, we are showcasing the important pop culture voices, whether they are, whether it's the Alobo Naga show, or it's the head of the Shout Out Media that's doing lots of great digital news dissemination. And we are also looking at Dariba Lindem, who's another very prominent voice, was recently voted as one of Vogue's Well-Dressed in, say, 2025, who's going to be part of our program. We have Avantika Haflangbar, who's made lots of tall strides in social media, popularizing the culture from Northeast, most importantly, the cuisine and the food items here. So just to give you an idea here, the idea here is to ensure that we are able to take more representation outside as well, which is where Penguin steps in. And finding a partner, or White Owl primarily wants to hold on to build a stronger reading community. Our festival is not only panel discussions and sessions. There is a vibrant event that is set up. On the very first day, we have an anime company that's coming in, and they are talking especially about manga artwork, which is going to be followed up with oral storytelling tradition, which we are going to do in as authentic a setup as is possible. This is followed by 2 full days on the 6th and the 7th of programming. Information for which I shall share with you after this meeting. We'll also have 3 workshops running simultaneously, one entirely curated and dedicated to children, head by some of the top illustrators in the country, which is also curated by Kana Tojimo, who's also an award-making illustrator, known very well locally. Sorry. We also have workshops on artificial intelligence, led by professors from Plaksha University. We have a Penguin session, which is going to give you an insider's view into how to get published. And lastly, we have another workshop. No, I'm forgetting the name now.
Anime? AI.
Anime, yes. And we have another workshop, which is also going to be head by the anime company regarding the artwork that goes behind it. So these are also making these certain skill sets and certain talents more easily accessible to the locals right now, for them to partake and interact with experts. Now, if you have any questions, Melvin is also here. He can join us. He's the operations in charge from the White Owl putting the festival together.
So the people that want to come here, what they is there a criteria? Is it open for all first of all, and is there a fee that people might need to pay for maybe entry, and then it's everything that you can attend, or is it different what do you call it? Events will have different registrations or anything?
Sure. Let me answer that. The event is open to everybody. Free access to all students. But to the people who are not students, there is a small nominal fee of 50 rupees to enter, which is easily done at the registration at Niathu, at the entrance itself. The workshops, we appreciate prior registration. The information is already up online on our website and on our social media channels. But there is no payment for workshops. Anybody who is interested in exploring that particular area is welcome to join us. Apart from the sessions, I was going to tell you that we have a vibrant program organized where we have a book fair. Wide range of books are available. All the people who are participating, their books, definitely the speakers' books. So you also have the chance to buy the book and get it signed by the authors. Additionally, you will also have the opportunity to curate a wonderful collection of your books from classics to the most popular best-selling books. All will be present at the book fair. Right alongside it, you'll find that we have created a lovely reading zone where you can also relax from the hullabaloo of the festival to just rest your feet a bit, rest your mind, refresh yourself. And followed it up with a very delicious, sumptuous food court of sorts, where we are offering street style food to Asian cuisines and other different dishes, including the local dishes. And you also have the chance to buy trinkets and art and craft items, which are all locally represented here as well. Yeah. So what's wonderful about it is that Niathu is also opening its gates. So to everyone and anyone who's wanting to come and explore this event here. The charge is nominal for non-students. For students, it's free. We urge everyone who's living close by to the festival to drop in, look at the program, meet with us, talk to us. We have volunteers all around who would be more than happy to engage in a conversation. If the place seems too big and wide, there are directions. We have something for every kind of individual in Nagaland at the moment. So for those who are making the effort to come in from far and wide, we welcome you with open arms. And we really hope that the people living around definitely give the literature festival a shot and come and experience it themselves.
Is this the first literature fest that Penguin is doing with a private entity?
That would be correct, yes. We have in the past, pre-pandemic, we had, but that was before my time, and I think Peter saw a glimpse of that literature festival.
I think not a full-fledged literature festival, but we have come down to Shillong way back in 2018 as an extension of one of our brand properties, which was, I think, more exclusive to Penguin branding, but not as a festival. So this is perhaps the first time, the first time that we are tying up with a private entity for a literature festival.
I don't think it would be possible for anyone to do this without having the support of a local entity, and Whitehall is probably the best choice for this. It was so organic. I have been part of the team. Melvin, Peter and I and Deepthi, we've been part of the OG team, as I may, with the festival director Atuno Rio. And it was just an idea, a concept between, I think, these three, Atuno, Peter and Melvin maybe, which then we all came together to realize year 1, year 2, and each year has been a learning experience. To take a cue from what Deepthi had mentioned, last year our dates were different. We tried different days to see whether is suitable. This year, before the festival was launched, Melvin organized a survey with the locals in the region to better understand what is it that you're looking for. How do we make our festival more accessible? That's how our topics came to birth. And then we started working to give the people what they want, which is why we are here and confident that to come in next year as well, hoping to get a better understanding and a better glimpse and try to be a part of everyone's lives as well.
Right.
What do you think is the USP of this literature festival?
I think the biggest USP is that it's the only and the most well organized literature festival in Nagaland. Would you say that? Yeah. And because I think our origin story is also our USP, where a mainstream publishing house has come with the intention to just connect with readers from the Northeast and put together a solid, genuine event which is so authentic, so genuine. It's wanting to, the outreach itself is very, very true to its origin story, where we just want to build a community. So, investment of time, money, effort, all that has gone in just to build the community, make it stronger, more effective, and more representative.
Just to add to what Pallavi has said, I think as Nagas, we've got a very strong foundation in oral storytelling. They've been passed down through generations. I, for one, as a little kid, I used to sit down by the fire. My grandmother or my grandfather would, recite stories and so on. So for a very long time, we know that there is a very wide base of not only readers but writers here, and we want to document our stories. I think the most important thing is for a publisher. Now I'm speaking as a publisher now, as Penguin. And you asked me what's a USP. I think one of the key USPs is for a publisher to come down to state like Nagaland and give people an opportunity to tell their stories, document them, publish them. I think that's also been one of our key USPs over the years, because I think we are in our third edition now. We have signed up, and we very proudly say that we have signed up quite a few authors from Nagaland. And when you get published by Penguin, you get that opportunity for your stories to travel far and wide, right? So I think that's also been one of our key takeaways from this entire festival, if you ask me as a publisher.
Yeah, I think it was really important for us to demystify this whole idea of publishing houses, just to make it accessible as well to people. It can seem really far away, these publishing houses in Delhi. And I think that just being available and interacting with people, it just like we're getting that many more submissions from people in the Northeast.
This goes out for the team, Penguin team, as well as Melvin, who's part of operations, who's handling operations. It's the third edition. What is one of the biggest challenges for hosting this event, or one of few maybe you can give us challenges?
Why don't you start?
Well, obviously, I deal with a lot of logistics.
Yeah.
So obviously, logistical. This being Nagaland, first of all, we're very limited to logistical availabilities of things that we want. We want to incorporate in the festival, how we want to do it, how we visualize, and how we execute it at the end of the day. However, we've been managing to pull it off to to a satisfactory level. We always want to do better and grow bigger each edition, and we think that we've been doing well so far. We've been getting overwhelming, responses from everybody who has come and seen and experienced the festival. Another thing I would say is programming is not getting authors that we want. Is another challenge for us, I think, because if the programming doesn't happen as we want it to, because we, as Pallavi mentioned earlier, we don't randomly choose topics. We want to know what people want, what they want to hear about, what they want to listen to, what they want to learn from, who they want to learn from. These are things that we always keep in mind, and we want to make sure that we are not just randomly picking topics and bringing random, authors, individuals and authors and industry experts and so on. So that's another challenge, because not everybody is available all the time, and Nagaland being one of the, it's not, we are not a very metropolitan accessible place for everybody. So that's another challenge, I would definitely say so. But at the end of the day, everybody works hard, and we are very thankful to the Penguin team as well, to always pull through and get us what we want at the end of the day. But those are some of the challenges that come to mind right now for me. I'm sure you have other things to share as well.
Well, I work for PR, so I will not admit that there are any challenges outrightly. But what we do hope is that we get excellent footfall year on year. The more people who choose to drop by, the more they experience the festival, the more I know that we are going to come stronger as a community. There is no agenda here. We are not trying to push a particular book, push a particular personality, push a particular agenda, topic. It really is truly for the people. And we hope the challenge here is that are we able to communicate our true and pure intent through this event to everyone in the state? Is it going? And in that way, I'm really happy that we are having this meeting. You all are tools and platforms and outreach media that will help us take this word out there. That the idea of the Penguin Presence White Owl Literature Festival and Book Fair is truly to put out a community vibe here. Come in, meet with us, talk to us, enjoy the time here. And that's all that it takes. For us, that will be the biggest gift, challenge, as well as, and a prize, both, all things combined, to have as many people come by and experience the festival.
Yeah, I think I just like to add that the White Owl team, they've been like fabulous when it comes to executing the festival. But in the heart, I think in all our hearts we've got this this obstacle. I think that's across the board. We only hope and wish that more people would come to the festival, attend, hear speakers talk, because reading as a habit, I think we just can't call it a literature problem. It's across the board now. We spend more time doom scrolling on our phones. We spend more time. I wish we had the kind of attendance that we had when Nagaland hosts concerts and other festivals. We have not made it to that level yet. And I think it can only start like when Pallavi said, like when we start building this community. It's a tough job, It's a tough job for Penguin, it's tough for White Owl, it's tough for everyone around us, but we have to start somewhere. We can't give up. And I know it's been tough in the sense that I wish the footfall was better in the first two editions. It could be much better. It could grow on a large, it can get on a very large scale, but we still need to get our people out of the comfort of their homes, come out, read, meet, greet, hang out with authors, talk about, we need more platforms for discussion of ideas and so on. And I think the festival provides that kind of opportunity, but we can only get there together if people come in hordes and attend the festival. Because like Pallavi mentioned, we have no agenda. We didn't come here to, sell our books or sell our authors or, get our branding image to the next level. So no, it's just one simple reason that we have come down here. We want to inculcate the habit of reading, and that ethos, that is aligned with also, that way of life. And White Owl is very much on board with us when it comes to that philosophy. So we only hope for more people to come and attend our festival.
Cool. It's a wrap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you all very much for hearing us out.